Remember when Christmas meant candlelit trees, carolers at your doorstep, and the thrill of finding a handwritten card in your mailbox? When the holidays felt slower, warmer, and somehow more magical. Christmas is filled with traditions, but over the years, some of the most beloved customs have quietly faded away. Today, we're bringing them back with 20 forgotten Christmas traditions that vanished over time, memories worth remembering, and maybe even reviving. Remember opening your mailbox to find handwritten Christmas cards full of holiday cheer. Before texts and e-cards, sending Christmas cards by mail was a cherished tradition, connecting families across distances. People spent evenings picking perfect cards with festive illustrations or gold foil accents, then writing personal notes to loved ones. Every card felt special, like a small gift. Finding a heartfelt message inside an envelope rather than a generic digital blast made the season more meaningful. Today, this tradition is slipping away as quick digital messages replace handwritten warmth. A handwritten card says, "I thought of you," in a way no email ever could. From handwritten greetings to handmade decorations, Christmas once meant creating magic together. Before pre-made decorations filled store shelves, families crafted their own holiday decor, and homemade paper chains were a favorite. Made from colorful construction paper strips, each link looped through the next to create long chains draped over Christmas trees or mantles. Creating each piece together was heartwarming, each link representing holiday spirit. For kids, making paper chains was a fun way to join Christmas preparations. Everyone sat around the table, laughing, talking, and enjoying each other's company while creating something beautiful. Over time, store-bought decor became the norm, and this humble tradition faded. But memories of making decorations by hand remain priceless. Paper chains decorated the tree, but another tradition made it absolutely sparkle. Tinsel, those glittering strands that transformed any Christmas tree into a sparkling wonderland. In decades past, Christmas trees were practically covered in tinsel, which reflected light and gave trees a shimmering, festive look that felt truly magical. Each strand was carefully placed or joyfully tossed, depending on your style, until the entire tree seemed to twinkle. For many, tinsel wasn't just decoration, it was a symbol of holiday joy. Decorating a tree with so much sparkle that it felt like magic was part of what made Christmas special. Over time, tinsel fell out of favor as modern decor trends moved toward simpler styles. But for those who remember, it was pure holiday fun worth bringing back. Trees sparkled with tinsel, but before electric lights, they glowed with something even more enchanting. Picture a Christmas tree aglow with real candles, casting warm, flickering light that made everything feel magical. Before electric lights, families used small candle holders to carefully balance real candles on their trees, creating an atmosphere nothing short of enchanting. Sure, it required careful attention and a bucket of water nearby for safety, but watching each candle's soft glow make ornaments and tinsel sparkle was unforgettable. Families gathered around the tree for special moments, the candlelight creating intimacy that's hard to replicate. Safety concerns eventually led to widespread use of electric lights. But for those who remember, candlelit trees brought warmth and closeness that defined Christmas. Which of these traditions brings back memories for you? Share your thoughts in the comments. From glowing trees indoors to spreading cheer outdoors, another tradition brought music to the neighborhood. Imagine carolers singing your favorite Christmas songs right at your doorstep, filling the night with festive cheer. Door-to-door caroling was once beloved, with families and friends bundling up, gathering songbooks, and visiting neighbors to spread the season's spirit. Being serenaded by carolers, their voices blending in perfect harmony, created moments of pure holiday joy. Caroling wasn't just about music, it was about community, about neighbors connecting in ways that feel rare today. As times changed and communities grew more private, this tradition faded, but it still holds a special place in people's hearts. Opening your door to voices singing Silent Night or Jingle Bells brought unexpected warmth. Carolers brought music to doorsteps, while another tradition brought warmth to the heart. The Yule tradition is as old as Christmas itself, a symbol of warmth, light, and the promise of longer days ahead. In olden days, families gathered around a large, specially chosen log that burned throughout Christmas Eve, its flames illuminating the night and creating a cozy atmosphere. Experiencing Christmas by a crackling fire, knowing the log represents good luck and new beginnings, created powerful memories. Some decorated the Yule log with holly or pine, adding to its festive look and making it the centerpiece of celebration. Today, the Yule log tradition has been replaced by electric fireplaces and virtual videos. But for those who remember, nothing compares to the smell of real wood burning. The Yule log warmed the home, while another tradition warmed hearts with simple surprises. In a time when fresh fruit was a luxury, finding an orange in your stocking was a Christmas treasure. This tradition dates back to the Great Depression, when simple pleasures like an orange were highly valued, especially in winter when citrus was hard to come by. For many, the scent of a fresh orange on Christmas morning was just as exciting as any gift. Peeling an orange, the bright citrusy smell filling the room symbolized the season's sweetness and abundance in ways expensive gifts couldn't match. Today, oranges are available year-round and often taken for granted. But for those who remember, a Christmas orange was a reminder of gratitude and simplicity. From simple fruit to simple stockings, Christmas gifts once held different meaning. Hanging stockings over the fireplace is a tradition steeped in holiday magic. Before commercial stockings, families hung actual socks or stockings, waiting for Santa to fill them with small surprises that brought genuine joy. Traditionally, stockings were filled with simple gifts: fruits, nuts, candies, or maybe a small toy. The thrill of finding a small orange or handful of nuts on Christmas morning reminded children of the season's joy, even without lavish gifts. Over time, stockings became more decorative, and some homes swapped the fireplace for walls or stair rails. But for those who grew up with stockings over a warm fireplace, it's a cozy memory worth reviving. If you're enjoying this nostalgic journey, join us in Vintage America Tales for more stories that bring the past to life. Stockings hung by the fire while families gathered around another beloved Christmas tradition. Gathering to read a Christmas carol aloud was once a cherished tradition in many families, especially before television and modern entertainment. This classic story by Charles Dickens, with its message of redemption and kindness, resonated with the Christmas spirit perfectly. Picture a cozy Christmas Eve with everyone gathered by the fire, each person taking turns reading about Ebenezer Scrooge and his transformation. Sharing a story aloud with loved ones, feeling the words bring everyone together, created powerful connections. This tradition brought families closer and sparked conversations about generosity and goodwill. Over time, reading a Christmas carol together faded as other activities took its place. But bringing it back could add timeless holiday magic. From reading stories to creating scenes, another tradition brought Christmas to life in miniature. Setting up miniature Christmas villages under the tree or on a mantle was once a beloved holiday tradition. These little villages, complete with tiny houses, shops, and snowy landscapes, were often passed down through generations, each piece carrying its own story. The magic of looking at a mini winter wonderland, imagining yourself walking through its snowy streets, brought Christmas spirit into homes in unique ways. These villages weren't just decorations, they offered nostalgia and whimsy that made the season feel special. Some families added new pieces each year, watching their village grow with each Christmas. Though some still enjoy this tradition, it's less common now. Setting up a tiny village with little lights twinkling could bring back holiday wonder. Miniature villages created magic at home, while another tradition brought magic to city streets. Before online shopping and big box stores, holiday window shopping was a Christmas tradition in its own right. People strolled downtown to see department stores' elaborate window displays, each one a dazzling scene with moving figures, festive decor, and twinkling lights. Families bundled up, hot chocolate in hand, to admire the creativity and craftsmanship in each display. The excitement of seeing holiday scenes come to life through storefront windows, with kids pressing their noses to the glass in awe, was unforgettable. For many, holiday window shopping marked the start of the season, a way to feel Christmas spirit while wandering from store to store. While some stores still create festive displays, it's not quite the tradition it once was. What forgotten tradition would you most love to bring back? Let us know in the comments. Window displays dazzled the eyes, while another tradition delighted the taste buds. Eggnog is a holiday classic, but it used to be a homemade treat made from scratch. Long before cartons filled store shelves, families whipped up batches of this rich, creamy drink with fresh eggs, sugar, milk, cream, and often a touch of brandy or rum. Homemade eggnog had rich texture and flavor unique to each family's recipe. Tasting eggnog made by hand, each sip a bit of holiday cheer, created special memories. Making eggnog was often a family affair, with everyone gathering to help, whisk, pour, and taste. As store-bought versions became convenient, the tradition of making eggnog at home faded. But for those who remember, homemade eggnog was a way to connect with the season. From homemade drinks to homemade performances, another tradition brought families together in creative ways. Once upon a time, Christmas gatherings weren't complete without a family performance, a short play, carol singing session, or little talent show by the kids. These performances brought families together, letting everyone take part in creating holiday magic. The excitement of seeing little ones dress up as shepherds, angels, or even reindeer, putting on a show for the rest of the family, created unforgettable moments. Watching holiday skits that left everyone laughing, clapping, and cheering added extra layers of joy to Christmas. While simple, these performances created memories that stayed with families long after the holiday season. As schedules grew busier, these charming performances began to fade. Performances created memories indoors, while another tradition brought wonder to neighborhood streets. Before, digital entertainment dominated evenings. Families bundled up on cold December nights for a magical tradition, the annual Christmas Light Tour. Entire neighborhoods transformed into twinkling wonderlands, and families piled into cars, thermoses of hot cocoa in hand, to drive slowly through streets adorned with elaborate displays. Children pressed their faces against car windows, pointing excitedly at houses decorated with synchronized light shows, elaborate nativity scenes, and creative holiday displays. Neighbors often coordinated their decorations, turning entire blocks into festive spectacles that drew crowds from surrounding communities. These tours weren't just about seeing lights, they were about sharing collective moments of wonder, creating memories that lasted generations. From neighborhood light tours to another tradition that brought communities together through shared sweetness, the holiday cookie exchange was more than just a gathering. It was a cherished community ritual where families shared their most treasured recipes, passing down culinary traditions from one generation to the next. Each participant baked multiple dozens of their signature Christmas cookies, then gathered to trade, sample, and celebrate collective baking talents. Grandmothers shared secret family recipes. Children learned traditional baking techniques, and neighbors connected through the universal language of homemade sweets. These exchanges were about more than cookies. They were about preserving cultural heritage, sharing love, and creating connections. Today, with busy schedules and store-bought treats readily available, cookie exchanges have become rare. But the warmth of sharing homemade treats remains a beautiful tradition. Do you remember any of these traditions from your childhood? Share your memories in the comments. Cookie exchanges sweetened the season, while another tradition brought families to the television. Before the internet and endless streaming options, Christmas parades on TV were a highlight of the holiday season. Families gathered around to watch big parades in New York, Chicago, or even local parades aired on television. Each float more colorful and festive than the last. There was something special about the big balloon characters, marching bands, and dancers filling the streets, all in celebration of Christmas. The excitement of a holiday parade, each float bringing a new rush of joy, signaled the official start of the season for many families. Over time, the appeal faded with fewer families tuning in as other forms of entertainment took over. But gathering with loved ones, mugs of cocoa in hand, to watch a Christmas parade together could bring back magic. Parades brought spectacle to the screen, while another tradition brought romance to the doorway. Kissing under the mistletoe is a tradition that goes back centuries. And while mistletoe is still a familiar holiday symbol, hanging the real thing over doorways isn't as common as it used to be. Originally, mistletoe was hung as a symbol of peace and goodwill, a plant believed to have mystical powers bringing love and harmony. In Victorian times, it was believed that if a couple kissed under the mistletoe, they would enjoy a year of happiness and love. This simple belief added romance and magic to holiday gatherings in ways that felt special. Over time, the tradition faded, partly due to the availability of artificial mistletoe, but the charm of the real plant remains. Reviving this tradition with real mistletoe adds warmth to the season. Mistletoe brought romance, while another tradition brought neighbors together in thoughtful ways. In the days before email and social media, sending Christmas postcards to neighbors was a heartfelt way to spread holiday cheer. Families often hand-delivered these postcards, wishing those nearby a joyful Christmas season. These cards were simple but thoughtful, sometimes accompanied by small treats like cookies or homemade fudge. The joy of finding a friendly holiday greeting at your door, reminding you of the warmth of your community, created connections that felt genuine. While holiday cards are still sent, the tradition of delivering Christmas postcards to neighbors has mostly faded, replaced by digital messages. Bringing it back, sharing a little note of joy with those around you, could be a small but meaningful gesture, reconnecting with the spirit of the season. From neighborly greetings to the moment that started it all, to final traditions captured the heart of Christmas. Decorating the Christmas tree used to be a special event that brought the whole family together. Unlike today's quick tree trimming, families made an entire evening of it, with everyone participating in carefully placing ornaments, sharing stories about each decoration, and creating shared moments of holiday magic. Parents brought out cherished ornaments, passed down through generations, telling stories about their origins. Children carefully hung their handmade decorations, feeling pride and contribution. Christmas music played in the background, and hot chocolate or warm cider completed the festive atmosphere. This wasn't just about decorating a tree, it was about creating memories and connecting as a family. Making tree decorating an event again could bring back that special feeling. The tree decorating party kicked off the season, while one final tradition brought it all together. A grand Christmas Eve feast was once the highlight of the holiday season, filled with traditional dishes that varied from family to family and culture to culture. For some, Christmas Eve dinner was even more elaborate than Christmas Day, marking the beginning of the holiday festivities. Think of the aroma of roasted meats, savory stuffing, and freshly baked bread filling the home as everyone gathered around a beautifully set table. Sitting down with loved ones to share a meal that felt extra special, knowing Christmas morning was just hours away, created powerful memories. As modern schedules grew busier, this elaborate Christmas Eve tradition was often replaced by simpler meals or holiday parties. However, for those who remember, the Christmas Eve feast was a chance to pause and savor the moment. These traditions may have vanished over time, but they're reminders of a Christmas season filled with warmth, connection, and joy. Just because they're gone doesn't mean they're forgotten. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to Vintage America Tales and tell us in the comments which of these lost Christmas traditions would you love to bring back to make the holidays even more memorable. Let's keep the magic of Christmas past alive, one story at a time.